It's date night, and I love date night. I am so excited. I have worked all day to surprise Les with our pictures from our wedding. Yeah, that's right. I have not picked out all of our pictures, so tonight I've put a little celebration together for Les. I'm expecting him any minute to arrive. I hope that tonight is as special to him and me as it was our wedding day. Walking down memory lane, I can't wait. Come join me and let's enjoy date night together. Who knows when he'll get here? And when he does, we will, let me see if that's him. He's here. I can't wait.
Is this where I'm supposed to be?
It is. You found me. Yay! And you picked up all the roses.
I did.
Did you pick them all up or just some of them?
All of them.
You did?
Are they for me? Or are they for you?
They're for me if you want to give them to me.
Well, here you go.
Oh, thank you. Aw.
Did you get lipstick on me?
I did. Let me get it out for you. Oh, there you go. Oh, you look handsome too.
This is pretty.
Do you like it? Come here, let me show you. You want to see the swing?
Sure.
Okay, come here. Look at the swing. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, that's good.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't the roses beautiful?
Oh yeah, you love roses.
I do love roses. Mwah. Thank you for coming for date night.
Well, I have to.
Yes, you do. We hadn't had one, not a special one in a while. Look at our pictures.
Yeah, looks good.
You know what tonight is?
What is tonight?
Well, you know how I have been so busy and so bad and not picked out any of our pictures on our wedding day.
That's true.
And you've been saying, don't we need some pictures hanging around the house of our wedding
day? At least a couple,
day?
at least a few.
At least a couple. Yeah, since it's us, you know.
Right.
So tonight we're gonna pick out pictures and we're gonna reminisce on our special day.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. I loved our day.
I did too.
Okay, and look,
What?
you remember the letters?
Mm-hmm. I do.
And remember, everything is a little bit of a momentum. Because remember that was on the wall, the back wall. Yes.
Loved it.
These are some of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty.
So I put some of our favorite pictures
Right.
in the trees.
Looks good.
Isn't that nice?
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Aw, and look at our cake. We can have cake later. Can you believe we've been married like for 2.5 years?
I don't think we have.
How many years have we been married?
A year and a half.
Yeah, a year and a half. Maybe.
Now we've been together for like 7.
Yes, we have been. That was some really great years, wasn't it?
Right, but it keeps getting better. Like I told you from day one.
Yes, you did. You know, that's what I gotta tell you. On our very first date, when we were like on a blind date,
Right.
and you showed up and we
On
were
the beach.
Yes, and we were all talking in conversation.
At one of my favorite restaurants.
Yes, in St. Pete. What we talked about, the thing that was, is when you told everybody at the table that the next relationship that you were in, you only wanted to get in it if it only got better and better. And I remember thinking, yeah, I might like him. Yeah. Because we were talking about how great it is in the beginning. You go on dates, you do
because the
things.
people we were with were saying how things change after you've been together for a long time.
Right.
And I said, well, you know, the next relationship I get in, I want it to be better and better as it goes on instead of better at the beginning and then you have to find a way to get out of it.
Look at us 7 years later, date night, looking at our pictures from our wedding and reminiscing about our wedding.
Right.
But I will say, do you remember, you know, it used to make me so mad. He would say, I'm never getting married again. And
Well, I wasn't.
I know, but I changed your mind.
You did. But you know why you changed my mind?
I don't know. I don't know what I want you to say. Why?
Because you would never go away.
Oh! No, I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
I saw a good thing, and my mama taught me how to go after it, and I went after it, and you didn't know what hit you.
I knew what hit me.
No, you did not.
I just didn't know how to get away from it. That's all.
No, you did not.
No. So.
I remember planning our wedding. I was so excited and so thrilled about planning our wedding. And I remember
But now we had to change our wedding.
4 different times. Do you remember?
Because you had TV shows.
Yes.
Our TV weddings.
Yes, we had 4 TV weddings. We would set our date. The phone would ring. Renee, will you do a dress for this date? And it was so funny. Each time they would ask if we would do that date, it was on our wedding day.
I know, they were good dates.
They were good dates, weren't they?
They were.
We were doing a good job. And 4 days almost to the date that I was leaving for my last, what we call TV weddings, we found a new place. As I was out of town, I remember telling my assistant, reprint the invitations for this day and this address.
Right.
And we planned our wedding.
And then we had to do the size, change numbers, because at the place we decided we had to flip it.
Yes.
So our numbers were changing.
The logistics behind every place, because the venue was different.
Right.
But we finally found our sweet spot, didn't we?
Right.
I remember starting off our day. It was important for us to start it off together because that day was about us.
Right.
I remember thinking to myself, the whole day was centered around us because, let's just face it, at our age, we're not going to have a lot of first.
Well, that's true.
I mean, we weren't going to have our first kid together.
No.
We were not going to have the first house buying, so many accomplishments in life. And so I wanted so much meaning to be packed into this day.
I brought you more into my world.
Yes.
Because I was already established back here in Kentucky. Because I was in Florida, and then I came back to Kentucky.
Yes.
And then, of course, we opened the store here in Kentucky.
Right.
Or I did. And then you had yours in Florida.
We merged them.
And then we merged them because the TV took off, and so that everybody wanted to see you.
In the midst of me moving, opening a store, keeping a store, oh my goodness, we were planning a wedding.
And then I was in the horse business too.
Yes, the horse
full
business.
then.
Yes, and then planning a wedding, and then we kept moving it. Printed the invitations 4 times. When we finally settled and we finally did it, we planned it in 4 weeks.
We did.
And
the one thing that helped was I didn't go to very many weddings before you. So
you enjoyed it.
I did, but I took a little bit from this and a little bit from that to decide what I wanted if we did get married, because that was still
thinking about
if we
it.
did. Yeah. Well, you probably.
I know you did.
Yeah.
I know.
But it worked.
It did work.
And so when we had the new venue, I started voicing what I wanted.
Yes.
And then, of course, you voiced what you wanted.
Oh, stop right there. You remember what was the one thing that you told me that was very important to you? You said, listen, I know you're going to be planning and you're not going to put me on every little detail, but there is one thing that's very important to me. Do you remember what that was?
I do.
All right, what was it?
I want music.
You want music.
Yeah, because I've been to a lot of weddings, and you sit there, and you sit there, and you sit there. But so I wanted our wedding to be where if I was coming to our wedding, I enjoyed it. Yes. And so I wanted to bring a lot of things into our wedding where people thought, wow.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that wedding.
You're right. And I thought that when we were planning it and everything, that I tried hard to think of how I could make music such a staple. And that's where the choir came in.
I know. I was going to sing. But
you know what?
After I heard the choir, I was like, you know what? We'll just save it.
I know, but let me tell you this.
Maybe for American Idol.
I love how you love to sing. You know how we'll be driving down the road and a song will come on and you'll just be driving and you'll look over there and you start singing to me.
I'm good.
Yes, you are good. But we did take care of the choir.
Oh, the choir was great.
Roosevelt.
Oh, he did a wonderful job.
Oh my goodness, just truly touched my heart. Right. The song selections that they chose, going back to all the TV weddings that we did, you know where the song came from. We had the song sang, You're Standing on Holy Ground by the Gaither band, and Southern music, gospel music. rooted deep into me.
Right. And a lot of people don't know, but you used to travel.
Yes, I did.
Because you played the piano.
Played the piano.
Yeah.
And so Southern gospel music is deep and dear to my heart.
Right.
And I was at Abby and John David's wedding.
In Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma.
No, I didn't go to that one.
No. And they had at their wedding sung the song, We're Standing on Holy Ground.
Right.
And I remember feeling so emotional and so like, yes, that's what a wedding is.
Right. And we got married in what we call here in Mount Sterling the Art Center, but it was an old church.
Right.
That now is the Art Center.
And it was important for us to still have...
The acoustics were wonderful.
Yes, but it was important for us to still have that. But that song, and related it to a marriage, it is holy ground. Right. It is a unit. It is not meant to, and you didn't want to enter it lightly. And
no.
I didn't either. And that song just was so great. And to have that played and sung and have the choir sing it was just so amazing to me.
They were good.
Amazing.
Right.
Yes.
I had so many people that came to our wedding, and they loved it because of just everything of how it flowed and
Absolutely.
how it was, and of course, like our pictures, we took pictures early so we could be with our guest.
Yes, we did.
You know, we didn't take 2 hours.
No, we did not.
You know, to take pictures, and then we did our family early, and we did the.
Well, we had the first look.
We had the first.
Okay. Here is a picture. Look at this picture. Do you see this picture?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what's happening there?
I do. I'm looking at the dress.
Yes, and this is your first look.
But now you got to remember.
I know.
Picked the dress.
I know. Well,
you designed 3 dresses, right? 3.
I did. Mm-hmm, 3.
And then I picked the one that I wanted.
Yeah, and you know.
Well, or that I thought that you would
finish and complete, and it would be the one you wanted.
Right. That I wanted to see you walk down the aisle in.
That's right. I created and designed 3 amazing dresses.
Right.
And everybody that was here wanted to see my dress.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember one day talking to my mom, and my mom seemed sad that she couldn't join in on the dress search, because let's just face it, that is something that a mother-daughter does.
Right.
And I love my mother dearly, and she just means the world to me. And it broke my heart that I couldn't have my family. So I remember the day it hit me. If my mom can't see my dress before the wedding, nobody will. Then it developed, and I asked you how you would feel about if I designed 3 dresses and came out, and I had that moment. I had that special moment that all bride has, where you go get dressed and and come out in a dress.
But I'm a little different because I'm around your designs all the time. So you'll call me in and you'll say,
I will.
You'll say, what do you think about this one? What do you think about that one? And then I voice my opinion.
Yes.
And you take it.
Right, I do.
Because from a guy's point, I mean, you want your bride to be beautiful, of course, and if you like certain things, you like certain things.
And I value your opinion. So that's why I agreed to this, because my mom couldn't see my dress.
Plus, I'm a good designer, too. I am.
Yes, you
I can
are.
design.
But the point here is...
It should be...
It
should be Leslie's instead of Renee's.
But the point here is that I chose to let you see the dresses, choose them, because my mother couldn't.
Right.
Because everybody else wanted to see, and it just broke my heart that she couldn't have a part in that.
Right.
So Mom felt better that no one can see. And I remember at the dinner table after everybody got here, your mom quizzed my mom, because your mom thought, your mom kept wanting to see.
Oh, yeah.
And she kept asking, and everybody would ask, and I'd be like, nope. Nobody's seen but Les.
Yeah.
And of course some of the few workers, but they had to see I was working on it. And I just thought it was really neat how I really stuck to that. And when you saw all 3, why did you pick this dress over the other 2?
Me?
Yes.
I don't know. I just liked it. I mean, of course we got married after Christmas.
Yes.
And so, of course, it has a lot of bling.
Yes.
And then...
Oh, you love bling. I added the bling.
Of course you did.
By stone.
Of course you did.
Yes.
And of course, the train. Yes. You always like a big train.
I do.
And so everything about that dress was just gorgeous.
Was it me? You think that's why you chose it?
It looked like you.
Yeah.
And it looked like me.
Yeah.
Because, I do pick out a lot of your clothes.
You do. You're amazing.
Again, I'm a designer.
Yes, you are. You know, there were some details about the dress that
I picked this outfit out.
You did, didn't you? You went shopping. You said, "Hey, Renee, what about this?"
That's right.
You know, I tell all my girlfriends, marry someone that loves to shop for you as much as what you do, because we'll go shopping and you won't go look for you, but you're there digging for me. And
well, you dress up every day, so
that's sweet.
I do.
But I want to talk about something about my dress.
What?
Do you remember the crosses?
Yes.
Okay, and remember why I chose this lace to be a part of my dress?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I was designing the dress, I wanted to put something in it that would honor you and your history and your family with the love of horses. And so when I saw that lace, you see the
right,
yeah,
like the diamond,
yes,
the diamond cut.
Yes, and because that's in all of your silks,
right? Because where we show with my stable colors, I have the diamonds on it. So that's where you were embroidering that into the...
Yes, and I think that that's so neat. No one else knew that day.
No.
That's why I chose that lace.
They just thought it was pretty.
Yes, but that's why I chose the lace there. Look at you, how handsome you are. Let's see you here.
I do.
Last moments before the ceremony.
Right.
Yes. Our cake. Amazing, wasn't it?
Our 3 cakes.
Yes, 3 cakes.
Right.
You know, when we were planning our wedding so fast, all I did is went through Pinterest and said like, love, like. I divided them, sent the likes and loves to the florist, likes and loves to the cake lady, and said, go at it.
Right.
Go at it.
Because this is where we came up with the idea of doing the TV show.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Because we had it designed 4 weeks.
Let's go. You still have the same amount of work to do. Right. Just go. And so my cake designer, Bit of Whimsy, Becky, did she not capture our heart?
Gorgeous.
Look, the sparkle.
And it's good too.
The sea.
Right.
I loved the sea.
Right.
Oh.
And of course you love roses.
I do love roses.
Because roses was all over our wedding, so.
Yeah, you know, it's very special to me for
roses. From your dad. Because your dad would always get you roses for your birthdays.
When I was 13 at school, I started receiving, as a surprise, on my birthday, every October, a dozen roses from my dad. A special delivery. And I remember the chitter chatter in school from all the other girls, look what Renee got, and they're like, wow, who sent those to you? And so every year on my birthday, without fail, on October 26th, from time to time,
your birthday's on October 26th.
Oh, you know it is. I would receive a dozen red roses from my daddy. 22 years ago on September the 18th. You know, just like that, my daddy was just called away. And at first I didn't think about it. I didn't think that he was gone and I wouldn't get my flowers. But the closer to my birthday it got, it kind of got sad in my heart. And I said, I'm not going to get roses for my birthday.
Right.
Long about 12 o'clock on my birthday, over the intercom, because I was a kindergarten teacher then, I heard them say, Renee, please come to the front station. We have a delivery for you. And I remember thinking, oh no, my mom didn't. Thinking my mom tried to put a Band-Aid over my sad heart that day.
Which would have been nice anyway.
Oh, absolutely. And I go there and I go to the card and I immediately saw my daddy's handwriting. And it said, happy birthday, love, Daddy.
Right.
He had already pre-planned that. So on my wedding day, I remember telling the florist in planning, I don't want any other flower there.
Right.
I just want red roses. All I want is roses at my wedding. And boy, did she deliver.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Everywhere.
Everywhere was red roses. And I remember some people who had florists and heard that idea and heard what, without knowing the meaning behind it, would be like, now, Renee, you need something more than that. And I'm like, no, I don't.
Right.
Because I truly felt that day, I felt my dad. I felt my presence of my dad.
Well, and then we added where my dad's passed away and your dad's passed away, and then I also have my oldest sister's passed away.
Right.
We added our family in with it with
the white roses.
With the white roses for our dads and my sister.
Right. So the white roses in the wedding represented our loved ones.
Right.
And they were
the ones that have passed away. Well, your father.
Yes, my daddy.
And then my dad,
yes.
Julian Cunningham,
yes.
and then my oldest sister, Rebecca.
Yes.
And so, which a lot of us call Becca.
Right. And that was the void that day. So we had a vase up front, right?
Right.
That
represented on the stage or on, yes.
That represented our loved ones that were gone. And because we loved roses so much, we wanted to have a rose ceremony.
Right.
I remember thinking how neat it would be because we didn't have bridesmaids. We didn't have groomsmen. Again, this day was about us and our loved ones.
Right.
And we just really didn't know how to divide that. So I think it was neat how we had that rose ceremony and they had roses.
Right. We had some of our friends had roses. They picked up a rose as they came in to the wedding or family members.
Yes.
And then everybody, we had a special song.
We did.
And then everybody came up and put the rose in the vase and gave us a hug and so forth.
Yes. And then we created this beautiful bouquet of flowers in the back.
Right.
With 3 beautiful white roses representing the people who were not there that day to celebrate with us.
That's right.
Such a special day. Such a special day. And you know what? One of my highlights of the wedding was when, of course, you and the preacher come in and you guys are up there, right?
Right.
And I come out and I'm standing there. You remember me standing there?
I do. Beautiful.
Was I?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
But then what happens?
Okay, and then I had a hard time because I have 2 boys. And of course, like I said, my daddy's gone.
Right.
So who's going to walk me down the aisle? That was a little emotional for me as a bride.
And of course, you have a brother, too.
I have a brother. So there's 3 boys, my brother, and my 2 sons that I could have chose, but I just didn't know which one to choose over the other one because they mean so much still to me. And again, going back on that streamline, that this day was about us.
Right.
And that I wanted you to walk me down the aisle.
Right.
So do you remember some of the words the preacher said to you? What did he say to you before?
Well, he said, now it's time for you to go get your bride.
That's right.
And so I did.
You did.
And then I walked you down the aisle.
You did. And you lean in. There's a video of you coming in and I see you coming and I'm getting so excited. And you come in and I thought you was going to kiss me on the cheek. But do you remember what you said to me? Or I thought
I do know what I said to you.
I thought he's going to kiss me, or he's going to say something really soft and memorable at this moment. Oh, yeah,
because I'm just a sweetheart.
You are. But do you remember what you said?
It's hot up there.
He's like, it's hot up there.
It is really hot up there. I mean, because I've already been there for like 5 minutes and the choir is singing and going on and so I was like, whew. And then, we had a lot of people that didn't know if they were going to come to our wedding because they love us, but you know what you set our date on? Our wedding day? You forgot this. The University of Kentucky versus Louisville.
Yeah.
In basketball.
In the middle of
everybody that got their invitations in the state of Kentucky were like, what were you thinking?
And you said
especially me, because my dad was a legendary coach and one of the winningest coaches in the state of Kentucky.
Yes.
And our families ate up with basketball.
Oh my goodness. One of the things that I remember the most about the wedding was how when the preacher would say, hold hands, hold my hand. And I just felt you constantly rubbing.
I did.
You constantly, and that was your way to secure me that it's all okay, don't be nervous, it's all going to be good.
Well, of course, you were worried about everything going as planned because you weren't in control because you were getting married. So that was a little different for you.
I know.
But you know the best part of the wedding, don't you? Well, no.
Okay, no.
What?
Okay, are you talking about my favorite moment in the whole thing?
No, I'm talking about the favorite for the whole wedding that everybody remembers and everybody thought.
Still talks about to this day.
Still talks about. kicking your heel.
I'm kicking my heel and I'm fidgeting.
Right.
And you knew it, didn't you?
Yeah.
You knew it.
You want me to say what I did?
Yes, yeah, let's remember.
Well, I
what
looked
you did.
at you and I said, "Do you want me to fluff your train?" And you were like, "Yes, please."
Yes.
And so I did. Well, when it was time, I said, "I've got to go fluff her train." So
you did. You
So
said,
everybody-
You asked. You said, "Do you want me to fluff
I
your
did.
train?"
And you looked
And
at
I'm
me
like,
and you went.
and I looked at you and I'm like, yes, because it's bothering me.
And so, of course, the choir's singing.
Yes.
So everybody's eyes are on them until. So I have to walk around the train because I can't step on it.
No, because it's huge.
So then I get a hold of it.
Yeah.
And of course, I've learned how to fluff the train because coming down to the store, etc., etc.
Right. You fluffed
I fluffed it, and I fluffed it big,
and beautiful. Not only.
and everybody wanted to clap.
Oh, everybody.
Everybody wanted to clap.
started clapping. I started clapping for you.
Well,
And then everybody was like.
even the men,
Even the men.
I know.
The whole place
Was
broke
impressed.
out with applaud and laughter. You not only fluffed my train, but you paid close attention to my veil.
Yeah, because your veil was long also, so I had to fix the veil and make it lay over the train.
Yes.
And so, because you know the pictures are important.
You stole everyone's heart just like you stole mine. And all that macho Les stuff went out the door.
Wow.
You showed the world how tender you were. And some really great friends and a wonderful wedding planner who organized that for us. And
then of course, you know, we had the kids that served. Because
our catering was
because
like
we did like a family style dinner. So each table had, you know, enough food for days.
Forever. You know, going back to putting things into our life and into the wedding so that we just felt like it was such a thumbprint of who we were.
Right.
We had a wonderful day celebrating a wonderful day with so many things, but we just love being at home. And so we celebrated, we danced a little bit, we
ate cake.
It was amazing. And just had a really nice night, didn't we?
It was a nice wedding. So do you want to dance in this beautiful setting that we have?
Oh yeah, let's dance.
All right,
and
let's
time
go.
to remember our first dance.
Where you want to do it? Back here?
Yeah, let's do.
All right.
Here's to date night, dancing underneath the stars, reminiscing, and stealing a few kisses from the one I love. Thank you, Acorns, for hosting such a magical evening. Hey, hop on over to my Facebook page, Renees Bridal Kentucky, to see a list of all the amazing vendors who made my day a magical day I'll remember forever. And welcome to Season 2. Come with me on this journey and let's let some of the magic unfold right before our eyes.